Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. More transfer news, more sagas, more craziness as we look to hope that Chelsea actually get more players in because we need it. I think that's pretty evident, I think that's pretty obvious, and if you haven't worked that out already, you're probably living in a cave. But I'm trying to get you out that cave if you are thinking like that. We need to get players in. Let's see who we're now going to turn to because things have not been going in our favour at all, have they? Kounde looking like he's off the Barca. We've got a little update about Kounde coming up, but there's more. So, before we get into it, I want to let you know to get all of your latest, to find out all of your information, everything that you want to know in regards to the transfer window. And as we head into the new season, the OneFootball app is the place to be. So make sure you hit that link in the description. Download the OneFootball app now for everything that you need in relation to your footballing news and latest. When we head into the new season, there's going to be the fixtures, team news, stats, player stats, team stats, whatever. For any team that you want, it's in the OneFootball app. So link in the description. Hit that now if you haven't already. Download it just like I have and enjoy. Let's get into what is going on at Chelsea. It looks like we're set to miss out on Kounde. Looks like that's not happening. Looks like he's off to Barca. Got an update for him, as I've said, that's coming later on. We've got a brand new link, right? And, well, I say brand new. This name popped up a few weeks ago and then disappeared. We didn't hear about it again. But we got Nizar Kinsella telling us about this one player. So, I'm going to let you know what he has said, and then I'm going to show you something else because I've got a little issue. I've got a problem here, and I need answers. So, let's get into it. Starting off with Nizar. Chelsea's focus remains massively on incoming signings, with Dumfries the most viable target after Kounde. The lack of incoming signings has left Chelsea's potential outgoing young defenders in limbo. This is the article on the Stansted saying Chelsea have moved on to Inter Milan wingback Dumfries after missing out on Jules Kounde. Milan Skriniar, valued at £59 million, is another defender interesting the Blues. We go on to say Chelsea have agreed to sell Javier Mbuyamba among other overseas loanees, although as FIFA loan limits are placed on overseas loans. So I'm going to come to that last bit a bit later. We've got more info in regards to that. I'll come to that later. But in regards to Dumfries, right? My first initial reaction to seeing this, why? Well, I say why. Why? Because I've got a thing in my head that tells me if we were to get Dumfries, who is only a wingback, there's going to be two options here. Either he's sitting on the bench as a number 2 to Reece James, and when we're not playing him, right? And, well, he's playing fairly regularly at Inter Milan, so I don't know if he'd want that. Secondly, Reece James goes to right centre-back and he plays at right wing-back, which means that we limit Reece James, as far as I'm concerned, because Reece James needs to be playing at right wing-back. We already have an attacking problem at Chelsea Football Club, yeah? If we are actually going to get Dumfries to play him right wing-back, to then stick Reece James at right centre-back, the only player right now that has some sort of attacking threat in our team, right, then that's ludicrous. As far as I'm concerned, I find that bonkers. But there could be the thinking that maybe we're getting Dumfries in because he's just cover for Reece James. And if that's the case, well, cool. It depends if he's going to be happy with it or not. Because the way that I see it, I don't think he will be. He's playing at Inter Milan fairly regularly. Inter Milan are doing quite well. They are in the case of in the mix for Serie A and all of that. And yeah, you know, Champions League and whatnot. So he's not really missing out unless if he's just after the money. If he's after the money, he's happy to play second fiddle to Reece James, because I don't think that he'd get ahead of Reece James as a right wing back, then cool. We've got ourselves some cover. But apart from that, I don't see it as cover. That's the thing. I don't see Dumfries as someone that's going to, yeah, he's just cover. But anyway, we don't know. We'll wait and see. I just hope it's not the case of, yeah, get him in. He'll play right wing back. We stick Reece James at right centre back. Because if we stick Reece James at right centre back, we are limiting ourselves even more. You know, it's not like we've got an absolute flourishment of strikers that are absolutely banging it for us. I wish we did. We don't. So, yeah, Reece James contributes to our attack. If we take that away, we're just, it's like we're cutting our feet off. So, anyway, we'll see what happens. But, before any of that I just said about Dumfries even applies, I said I had a little issue, didn't I? This is the issue. This came from Nizar Kinsella. Fabrizio Romano is saying other things. You're probably thinking, what? Well, yeah, here it is. Chelsea will try and bring some quality in defence in the next few days. PSG want 55 to 60 million pounds for Kimpembe. There's no direct contact yet between Chelsea and Inter for Dumfries. What's going on? At this rate, what is going on? What is going on? We got told by Nizar, Chelsea have moved on to Inter Milan wing-back Dumfries after missing out on Jules Kounde. Now we're getting told there's been no contact yet between Chelsea and Inter Milan. No, it's not even a thing. So, did Nizar mean that, Chelsea have Dumfries next in mind and we've not actually bidded yet? We've not actually made even contact with Inter Milan? Because if that's the case, okay, but he should word it better. You know? Fabrizio's come out and gone, there's been no contact. None. So, yeah, personally, I don't think we need Dumfries. I'll be honest, I don't think that he would be someone that would be happy to play second fiddle to Reece James. Not like a Jonathan Klaus that I think would have been good. He's gone to Marseille though. We've missed that boat. We've missed a lot of boats. So, yeah, it is what it is. But Kimpembe, that makes sense because when I hear Nizar Kinsella say, okay, we've missed out on Kounde, so the focus is going to turn to Dumfries. So hang on. We miss out on a central defender and we're now going to turn our attention to a wing-back. It doesn't make sense. You miss out on a central defender, you try and find another central defender. What Fabrizio is saying here, we miss out on Kounde, we go after Kimpembe, makes complete sense to me. Complete sense to me. And 55 to 60 million pounds is what is going to be expected to pay PSG. At this rate, we might not have a choice. I'm going to just say that now, because who else are we going to go for? I've seen some of you say Fofana. I think all of us would take Fofana. His injury record isn't pleasant. That's the one holding point, the one sticking point. Is he going to be consistently fit? And if he is, then cool. I'd take Fofana any day. But how much will Leicester let him go for? It'll be big money. So, yeah, there's loads of factors. But Kimpembe, as far as I'm concerned, makes sense if we're not going for Kounde anymore. If that's not happening, cool. So, we'll wait and see what happens. Fabrizio goes on to mention other players here. Starting off with Timo Werner. Saying, Timo Werner could really leave Chelsea this summer. He's one of the names in Juventus' list alongside Allegri's priority, Morata, was already discussed during negotiations for De Ligt. Chelsea also tried to include Werner loan in talks with Leipzig for Mukiele. Now, I've got a problem here with Juventus. I've got a problem with Allegri. Is his priority Morata and he wants Werner? Has he got a death wish? They're not exactly the two most prolific strikers on the planet, are they? Let's be real. Morata, we've already experimented Morata. We already know Morata. Werner, it's just not looking good. You have both of them in your team. I don't know what that's going to look like, I'll be honest. I wish Allegri best of luck if he were to end up with both Morata and Timo Werner. But one thing I want to say about Morata, he has to be a money laundering player at this point, surely. He has to be. You go from Real Madrid, Juventus, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, back to Juventus. I mean, he's being passed around more times than... you know what? If I say anything, I might get demonetized. I don't want to get demonetized. So yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Morata's a weird one. When you look at his stats as well, they're all the same. His goal output at Real Madrid was the same as it was at Juventus, was the same as it was at Chelsea, was the same as it is at Atletico, was the same that it will be at Juventus. It's bonkers how he's being passed around. It's mad. The same clubs as well. Mad. Weird. But Fabrizio mentions about Timo Werner, and I think, you know what? That makes complete sense. He does go on to say about Juventus, contact started between Chelsea and Juventus for Werner. A loan move is a serious possibility. I mean, look, at this rate, a loan move, does it really help us? Werner is someone that, look, it takes up a lot on the wage bill, just like Lukaku did. Lukaku more. We get him off on a loan. I guess it's one way to possibly maybe down the line get him sold, but it's crazy how we have no power in our hands. We have teams that are going, yeah, loan. We'll take a loan. And then they won't have to pay all the wages. We will, or we'll have to pay a part of it. Or we don't seem to have the power we once did. What's happened? What's happened? Anyway, Timo Werner going to Juventus, I'd do it personally. But then that would mean, obviously, we need to get replacements. Imagine if we let go of Lukaku, cool. We let go of Timo Werner. We let go of Ziyech. What do we do? At that point, what do we do? Are we going to replace them or not? Right now, my concern is it doesn't seem like we are linked with any sort of attacker. I'm not seeing anything. We have the Premier League season kicking off in 11 days from now. Our game, 11 days from now. We are not linked with an attacker to come in and solve this goal crisis that we have at Chelsea Football Club. We can't attack. What are we doing? We're focusing a lot on defenders. I understand that. We still need to get those central defenders in. But there are other priorities here. We're not going to have a good season if we just get 2 central defenders in and that's it. That's our window done. We're not going to have a good season. We need cover for wing-backs. We need a defensive midfielder. We need a right winger or right wing forward or right forward. Someone to come in and replace Ziyech. If not, we're just going to have, let's face it, an unhappy Ziyech at this rate, who we've already seen can fit in some games. Some games can't. It's not exactly what we need, and it's not exactly who fits with Thomas Tuchel. We understand this. Ziyech will probably go to AC Milan if he does, and he'll bang because that will suit him. It doesn't suit him. We need to get someone to replace him. We need to get someone to come in and actually bang in goals. We're lacking there. So that's where my concern is. Right now, the defence, we got Koulibaly in, cool. We got Sterling in for the attack, cool. We need more. We still need to reinforce both. So, yeah, let's wait and see what happens. But if we were to end the window, still having Ziyech, Timo Werner, still here, whilst we know, and Thomas Tuchel's already admitted, there are players here that want to leave and are looking at their options, well, it's not exactly the most motivating environment, is it? It's unreal. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Talking about Kounde, let's see the latest. We have to in it. We just have to. And to when this is roundup is finished, then we'll keep doing so. Barcelona are in direct negotiations with Sevilla for Jules Kounde. Official bid won't be 50 million euros plus 10 million euros and won't match Chelsea's 55 million pound bid. It will be lower with a different structure. Kounde waiting for the next steps as he has already agreed personal terms. How have Barcelona done this? What's going on at Barcelona? I don't understand. How are they doing this? I'm going to show you this again. I never show you the same thing twice. Check this out again. Official bid won't be 50 million euros plus 10 million euros and won't match Chelsea's 55 million pound bid. It will be lower with a different structure. How is that appealing? How are Sevilla going, yeah, no, you know what? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, no problem. How? And it's not just Sevilla. They've done it with Leeds. They're doing it with all these clubs. What's going on? I'm baffled. Barcelona have me confused. There is something going on in that club. Something is going on in that club. There's something dodgy happening there. There has to be. This isn't normal. Imagine you're there, you're trying to buy something, right? You've gone in to try and buy something, you've put, I'll take that for £10. And the guy's looking at you going, you know what? I'm thinking about it. And then someone else walks in, I'll give you £7.50. Yeah, you know what? Deal. What? I gave you 10. What's going on? How are Barcelona doing this? I don't know. The fact that he said, look, lower with different structure, I want to know what that different structure is. I want to know what's in that contract. I want to know what's going on behind the scenes. This does not feel right. It doesn't feel right. Honestly, outrageous. Anyway, we'll see what happens in regards to Kounde. Let me know your thoughts down below. I want to hear your theories. Let me know your Barcelona theories. This is probably gonna start a conspiracy, right? But let me know your theories in the comments. I want to know what you think is truly going on at Barcelona. And be realistic. Don't be stupid, but be realistic. Talking about some of the players that we know are going to be leaving now, right? We've put some players up for sale. I know, it sounds amazing. Chelsea have actually put some players up for sale. Unbelievable. Well, check it out. Javier Mbuyamba, Matt Miazga and Baba Rahman have been put up for sale by Chelsea, who are conscious of loan limits that have come into play through FIFA's new regulations. And I have to say, this is a sad day. This is a sad day. Baba Rahman has finally been put up for sale. Baba Rahman, man. We got Baba Rahman. When did we get Baba Rahman in? We got Baba Rahman in, I swear it was 2015. 2015? It's got to be, I think. Or was it Jiloboji? Who came first? Well, anyway, Baba Rahman has been lingering at this club for way too long, has not played a game, I think, except one. I think he's made, ironically, I think he's got 100% pass completion. Because I think he played one game and had one pass. Oh my, what a legend. Baba Rahman's a Chelsea legend, honestly. But these lads are now being put up for sale because we can't loan them. You see, this is the mad thing. We're looking to even loan these players, but we are forced not to because FIFA are bringing in rules. FIFA have brought in a rule starting this season that you are not allowed to bring up to 8 loan players in or 8 loan players out. At the same time, you are allowed to exempt the under 21s and the players that have come from your academy from that rule. But it's 8 players maximum that you can loan in, loan out. It's 7 next season, and then it's 6 the season after that, and then it'll stop there. So we have a limit, which means that we can't put these players out for loan like we probably like to, and I'm happy. Let them go. Let them go. They're not playing for Chelsea ever. Let them go. Mbuyamba's a little bit of a shock, though, because I remember when we brought him in from Barcelona, and we were like, yeah, we're going to use him for about a year or so in developmental, and then we're going to try and bring him into the first team squad. That never happened. So, yeah, he's probably going to go off. We'll try and make a couple of million from him, I guess, and that's about it. So yeah, that's the latest in terms of the loans. And Christian Falk has come out with information. He's come out of the dust. I ain't seen this guy in months. I don't know where he's been, or I don't know if his credibility's dropped or whatnot, but he's come out with a load of tweets saying all of this in relation to Chelsea. So let's get onto it. Starting off from the bottom, true, Newcastle are interested in Timo Werner. If I'm being completely honest, Newcastle, you're welcome to him. Put in a good bid. Well, you're Newcastle United, yeah? So how about 70 million? We'll just try and rinse Newcastle. But yeah, apparently they're interested in Timo. He says, true, the transfer of Kimpembe from PSG still has priority at the search for a centre-back for Thomas Tuchel. Negotiations between Chelsea and Paris are ongoing. Says, Thilo Kehrer from PSG was offered to Chelsea. There was no interest of Chelsea. Okay. True, a transfer of Cristiano Ronaldo was never a topic for Thomas Tuchel, although Chelsea are still looking for a new striker. Well, I wonder who that's going to be then. I ain't heard any name. So who are we getting? You know what? I've got a weird little sneaky feeling we might be panic buying Cristiano Ronaldo by the end of this. I'm not lying. Unless we get someone in. Who are we getting in? Don't know who we're getting in. So yeah, that's a possibility, I think. Timo Werner was offered by Chelsea to Juventus for a swap deal with De Ligt. Juve refused. That does go in line with what Fabrizio Romano did say, so fair play for that. And then the biggest one is this. Harry Kane is very interesting for Chelsea, but the club believes that Spurs would prefer to sell Kane to a club like Bayern instead to an English competitor if Kane won't sign a new contract at Tottenham. So I'm just going to say this. There is absolutely no chance that Kane ends up at Chelsea. I would take Harry Kane any day of the week, especially after the preseason he's just been put through by Antonio Conte. The man is looking conditioned, right? I would have him in this Chelsea team like that, easily. But you have to understand, Daniel Levy, unless there's one condition here. We need to go to Tottenham with the most outrageous bid that anyone has ever seen. For Daniel Levy to go, you know what, maybe this is worth it. Maybe. We have to give them money that they just cannot refuse. And I'm talking, what? The fact that he's even looking to maybe not even sign a new contract, it shouldn't even be that high. But it's Harry Kane, it's Tottenham, and it's Chelsea. They never mix. We don't do business. We just don't. That's just not how it works. Unless, you know, you're William Gallas or you're Poyet. But anyway, Harry Kane, we got to put a bid in of like something stupid. 200 million. It has to be. It has to be something like that for Daniel Levy to go, okay. If not, it's a no. It's not happening. So we might as well just forget this one. It's not happening. No chance. Yeah. And I think Harry Kane right now is very intrigued with what Conte's doing. I think maybe has his head turned. Maybe Conte's convinced him that, you know what, we can get to the promised land. We can get into the Champions League, do well, get to the latter stages, can even compete for the Premier League title. Maybe he's convinced him. Trust me when I say this. I don't like to say it's about Tottenham because it's Tottenham, right? But they will be dangerous this season. Tottenham will be dangerous this upcoming season. Do not underestimate Tottenham. If you've been paying attention to what they've been doing the last few weeks, you will understand what Conte is doing. He done it with us. We know what happens. They will be dangerous this coming season. I'm worried about Chelsea-Tottenham on the second match day of the season. I am concerned. We're playing that at the Bridge. We'll see what happens. Realistically, I'm hoping Chelsea will be up for it because Chelsea-Tottenham, you can't not be up for it. But Tottenham are going to come to the Bridge in a form and in a shape and in a condition that we've not seen Tottenham in for years. Let me just say that now. So we have to be careful. But Harry Kane to Chelsea, no chance. I don't see that happening at all. So yeah, is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comment section below for everything that I've discussed today. I hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know down below. Much appreciated. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this. Download the OneFootball app now. Link in the description. Enjoy. And I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new one, people. Have a good one. Look after yourselves. Take care. And peace.